Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And they're dealing with 2 injuries. One of their stars is out. No doubt that'll have an impact on the game.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got George. Tyrese Maxey out there with Andre Drummond. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. And for the Lakers, John Collins is out there with James. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Outside, George. Pass to McCain. Drummond with a screen on Duren. A nice shot by McCain.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
James. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
The defense knows they got to throw everything at James inside, but he still manages to power through it.
Outside, George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul.
Great screen that time by George. Well done.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. George, no good on the free throw.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
We've passed year 20 for LeBron James. Clark, how is he still doing this?
Well, I'd love to find out, but he's got a combination of remarkable DNA and obviously a tremendous work ethic and attention to detail and taking care of his body. But some of it it's a blend of good fortune and a lot of hard work. But he's played at a level at his age that I never thought I'd see in basketball. It's different in other sports, but to do what he's doing on the court is amazing.
Now here's Drummond after Luka Doncic's miss. Here's Duren. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Now, here's Maxey. Last game we saw him score 32. There's a screen. Drummond finds George. From outside, off the mark. Doncic with it. Maxey covering. Doncic against Maxey. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Lakers in 5th.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
Pass to McCain. And here's George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Maxey. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Doncic. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Doncic. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. 76ers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Mynba is checked in for Los Angeles. Davion Mitchell comes in for Doncic. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Now, here's Maxey. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Now, here's Thibault. Out to Doncic. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Duran, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. Maxey with it. He's picked up by Doncic.
How about the D from Doncic? These guys appreciate when he gives that kind of effort at the defensive end.
Looking to end the run, and it's good on the way in.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
First in steals, second in free throw percentage, and they were second in the league in terms of fewest turnovers. Just a smart, heady group out there. That doesn't beat themselves.
And last season, everything started with their defense. You mentioned their #1 ranking in steals. The pressure they put on opponents was nonstop. Los Angeles on D. They trail by 3. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
To the paint, some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And here's George for 3. Rebound the Lakers. Duran's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Duran sets the screen for Doncic. Pass to Duran, and Duran slams it in.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
Oubre with it, guarded by Walker. Here's McCain. 9 points last game out. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for George. Pass to Oubre. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays,
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Maxey. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
No good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Maxey against Mitchell. And they pick up two.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 6. Oubre passes to Maxey. Six to shoot. From deep three-point land. Walker with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and it was maybe a step out of his range.
Huff, no good. Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Hey, Kevin, there's some early season activity going on in LA as the Lakers are already making moves. They've acquired Jalen Duren, a nightly double-double threat known primarily for his rebounding, and this team wanted to add some more physicality to the roster, and they did exactly that with Duren.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. And here's Edwards, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. Oubre finds Drummond. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Walker. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Mitchell against Maxey.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
He's had 4 chances at the line and made them all.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Mitchell is out there with Daniels. Then it's James. Then it's Collins, and it's Bamba in at the center. That's the Laker 5. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
The 76ers making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Oubre, no one around him. Wide open shot is on the money. Oubre's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
LeBron dishes to Collins. And stolen by Butler. Oubre on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Oubre's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
When he finds his kind of look at the arc, Oubre can seem like it's automatic.
Here's LeBron. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Bailey's checked in for the 76ers.
Boy, LeBron just continues to perform at a very high level, which is simply incredible when you consider his age.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
No, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And here's George. He'll bring it up with the 76ers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And stolen by James. Here's Bamba. It's hauled in by Paul George. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Lakers trail by 11. Oubre with the steal. Here's George. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Isaac comes in for John Collins. Matisse Thybulle checked in for James. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Davion Mitchell. Doncic finds Duren. Tries again. Oh, Luka taking the bump.
Doncic typically is matched up against guards or wings, yet with his size, they have trouble keeping him off the board.
Pass to Bailey. Here's McCain. 8 points for him. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duren. Four on the clock. Here's McCain. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers trail by 11. Duren down low. Covered by Oubre. The three ball from Doncic.
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Down low. Here's Bassett. Lakers with the rebound. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. And now...
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. Well, I tell you what, Jonathan Isaac, a spectacular athlete, and shows you just how spectacular with that throwdown.
Pass to Bailey from outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bailey's got his second basket of the night.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Duran with a screen on Oubre. Daniels passes to Duran. And it's Thibault in the corner. And here's Doncic from the arc. They get it back. Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Outside, George. Low block shot. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Good work in deep from George that time. He's far more than just a perimeter threat.
Here's Daniels, covered by Oubre. And it's Doncic missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Count the basket. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. In third, the Lakers. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
And so here is Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Daniels. A second chance effort. Out to the right wing. Duran with it. 9 points in the game so far. Shot clock at 3. The 3 for Doncic. They shoot again. Count it. And the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Daniels.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's McCain. Boom, he jams it straight down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Doncic against Maxey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Clark, in this early phase of the season, are new teammates still getting used to each other?
Yeah, I would think that's the case in most situations, Kevin, and that's the flip side of having a long regular season. Physically, it's challenging, no doubt about it. But over the long haul, you do have an opportunity to come together and gel as a group.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Collins checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's LeBron in for Matisse Thybulle.
Checking in at about 200 pounds, Maxey is much stronger than he appears.
And he knocks down the first one. Mynba is checked in for Los Angeles. Davion Mitchell comes in for Luka Doncic. And so he hits both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
That's good from Collins on the assist by James.
And this is how you use the mid-range area. Collins keeping it simple and just taking what the D gives.
Pass to McCain. Drummond the screen. Beyond the arc. McCain's shot is up. Lakers trail by 7. James looking it over. Out to the wing. 1:02 left in the first half of basketball. The shot, no good.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Back to George. Outside, Maxey. Offline with his 3. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. 7-point differential. We're playing host to Toronto for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And now Philadelphia on the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Daniels kicks to Collins. LeBron powering inside. 5 seconds left in the second quarter. 1 second left. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Philadelphia bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
A look here now at the 76.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the 76ers.
They know how to draw whistles. They're attacking, but being smart about it.
This is what you do when you play a team that has no discipline.
And that is a wrap.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The 76ers leading by 7. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Tyrese Maxey. George is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Bailey in at the 4-man position. George passes to Bailey. Here's Maxey. Shot clock at 5. And it's John Collins with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 50% in a decent group. Offensive rebound, turn, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And for the 76ers, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Driving the lane. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's a contest that I'm keeping an eye on. Early on, you love to see games like that one, which should be full of interesting matchups.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Drummond passes to Maxey. From the top of the key, he buries it. Maxey's got 16.
You know, as you add experience, you start to see the floor better. That was a sweet find by Drummond.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Thibault. Shot clock at 6. He's looking for Duren and finds him. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the 76ers.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
George with the bucket.
Stepping in from the line, George, very good and capable from mid-range.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Duren. Lakers trail by 10. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Love the way Doncic reads the defense, feels it out, sees the lane, doesn't hesitate to take advantage.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to McCain. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Maxey. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, the scoring turns the tide.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Drummond kicks to Maxey. Shoots over Bamba. Doncic left side. Doncic converts right through the defense.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Goes up off the inbound.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Walker finds Doncic. Back to Walker. 5 to shoot. Outside Collins. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Collins has got 6.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. Here's McCain. 12 points for him. George, no good. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession. The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Pass to George. Takes it off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 3. Now here's Thibault. Defense is right there. And they double up Doncic. Back to Thibault. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Maxey looking it over. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and it's Drummond with the jam.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
Lakers trail by 5. Pass to Doncic. Collins a screen on Maxey. Here's Doncic. Collins trying to break free. And that one's good. Doncic has got 19 points. The 76ers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's McCain. Guarded by Doncic. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. LeBron's checked in for Walker. Dyson Daniels comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Mitchell in for Doncic. The Lakers trail. Now Daniels. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Maxey against Mitchell. Pass to McCain. To the inside. Here's Drummond with the second effort. The Lakers with the rebound. Daniels has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's James. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Inside, Drummond. And there it is for him. Drummond's got 8 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Mitchell passes to James. Bamba a screen on Oubre. LeBron brushing off the contact.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Pass to McCain. In the corner, George with it. Over Collins. Drops it in from 11 feet. He's got 11. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Maxey against Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And they also showed up in terms of passing. 5th
and assists. No doubt they relied on that motion offense, and their player movement was always consistent.
And their field goal percentage speaks to what a patient team they were last season. Good shot selection was certainly the key to their system.
The quick-footed, creative Max, he's so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Lakers. Isaac, a screen. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket for Mitchell.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Maxey passes to Bassi. 6 to shoot. Oubre outside. The 76ers with another miss. LeBron against Maxey.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Free throw good, James. And he can't hit the second. In the corner, George with it. For 3. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And a great show through. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. 4-point game. Walker out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Duren. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Thibault in at the 2 guard. That's the Laker 5. And now Philadelphia on the break. Pass to Bailey. This one for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And Los Angeles guys shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Doncic outside. Now here's Duren. Bassi pulls it in. Bassi's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to McCain. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Bailey misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And that one's good. Thibault. The 76ers leading by 5. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Duren a screen. Doncic to the rack. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Bassi's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to Bailey. Wide open. Duren pulls it in. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Doncic. Oh, Doncic all the way.
It always seems like Doncic is playing with something to prove. Well, I'll tell you what, he's proving plenty tonight.
Oh, here's Edwards, defended by Thibault. To the middle, here's Bassi. Plays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Isaac with a screen for Doncic. It's tipped. They get it back. Here's Duran. Here's Isaac. Here's Doncic. Doncic gets it to go inside.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
Here's Bailey. He's covered by Isaac.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. And that's taking care of business, fellas.
That is what the Lakers are going with right now. John Collins, he's checked in for Isaac. James comes in for Walker. Daniels, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Mitchell in for Luka Doncic. Bamba is checked in for the Lakers. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Bailey. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Maxey against Mitchell. Here's LeBron. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And George, here we go. No good off the back of the rim. Lakers trail by 8. LeBron passes to Collins. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Again, the miss by the Lakers. Maxey in the corner. Count that one. And now it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
Maxey's so good at breaking you down off the dribble. Great skill.
And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run, now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's McCain. Drummond. To the left side wing. Here's Bailey. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bailey's got the lead up to 13 now for Philadelphia.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Over in the corner, Isaac. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Drummond. Here's Maxey. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Maxey working around the contact that time. Nice work.
Duran with the screen on Maxey. Here's Doncic. Here's Isaac.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Pass to McCain. Now, here's Maxey. He's covered closely, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Willing to sacrifice himself for the play, Maxey takes the foul and keeps going.
And he sinks the second. Now, here's Thibault. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he makes the first. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall.
Pass to James. Shot from free throw range. Here's Daniels, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Here's Maxey. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. James outside. Doncic against Maxey. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Luka Doncic.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Pass to McCain. And here is Drummond. Here's Bailey. James defending. And stolen by LeBron. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
James never lets up. He is absolutely fearless down the stretch.
Now, here's Maxey. Defended by Thibault. From down in the low post, it goes. Maxey's got 13 points in the second half. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Steps back. Pass to James. And they double up James. Back to Doncic. Three-pointer, Daniels. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Bailey passes to Maxey. Now George. 34 seconds left in the game. Again, Philadelphia.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's stolen. Daniels passes to Durant. Can't cash in from close range. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Outside, Maxey. So the 76ers win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.